Hello, John. How you doing? Yeah, well, there's obviously mixed reactions. Nobody likes to lose an election, but at the same time, I think I can take a lot of positives away from this experience. To go from zero support to almost 6,000 votes out of a 4-week part-time campaign on a very low budget, I can feel very proud of the work I've done, and I think there's a message out there that anybody can do this. They can step up to the plate. They can do some outreach, and even if you can't win, you can at least demonstrate that you can reach some of the people with your ideas. Um, that's a good question, and I honestly don't have an answer. I suspect there's perhaps a bit of everything in there. I'm sure that there's a lot of people that voted for me because reasons that had nothing to do with the platform I raised. At the same time, I'd like to hope that a lot of people voted for me because they believed in the ideas I brought forward throughout the campaign. I did my best to be accessible and did as much outreach as I could. I talked with citizens from all over the city about all the key issues. You name it. Affordable housing, traffic, pedestrian safety, public transit, vacant grocery stores, sidewalk snow clearing. Whatever people wanted to talk about, I was there. And for whatever reason, though, Ron obviously is a well-known candidate. He's been deputy mayor before, and I knew that he had 20,000 plus votes. That there was no way I was going to be even able to touch them. So I came at this thinking, well, there's 30,000 other votes out there, most of whom are votes that people never voted before in their life, and we'll probably never know, but I guess that a lot of my votes came from people who had never voted before, and if that is the case, I'm very proud of that. I learned so much, I guess, about this city and about what the issues are. This is a huge city. To literally travel around and see different parts of it, everything from the historical downtown to new subdivisions on the outskirts, such as Southlands and Airport Heights, to the Goulds, to places like Wigmore Court. I met so many different people, and everyone has an issue, everyone has a beef, and I think the cell phone tower was an interesting story that sort of happened concurrently with this election. I was at one of the events there and learned about what's going on there. I guess at the same time, I guess a big surprise, all this talk about technology and social media, what I learned is that at least most of the people I talked to were not clued into that. They're not following blogs or Twitter. A lot of people had no access or no knowledge of election or election information other than what they read in the paper or saw on television. So I don't think I made much of an issue at all about it. I think it's the elephant that was in the room that was going to be very difficult to ignore. Other people are saying, Jen, you should not have run a transgender campaign, but if you look at my website, there's nothing on there about transgender issues. There's, unfortunately, and I guess there's stereotyping that goes out, and perhaps this can reach beyond someone just like me, and you look at, well, where are the young people? Where are the women? Well, there's stereotypes that if you don't fit a certain mold, then people aren't going to consider you a serious candidate. And I had a lot of that from the get-go. Jennifer, you have no chance in winning. Nobody's going to take you seriously. Well, why is that? Would you like to explain? Well, they don't want to tell you to your face, but unfortunately, that there are challenges for diversity and minority groups to be seen and taken seriously. I went out of my way to not make my medical history have anything to do with this because it did not. And well, I think in one way, the LGBT community proved that they're just like everybody else, and that is that they're indifferent and they had the same voter apathy. There was a very limited interest in talking about the municipal issues. I did my best to reach out to gay, lesbian groups and offered to organize events and forums to do meet and greets and talk about the issues that may be close to their hearts. None of that ever really got off the ground. At the same time, I find it peculiar that St. John's Pride is currently doing an outreach with the Liberal Party leader candidates to discuss gay and lesbian issues. So it could be that most of the issues affecting LGBT community are at the provincial level, and they just don't see a need to engage in municipal politics. Hard to say. Thanks so much. It's been an amazing experience, and it's made me a stronger and better person for sure. Thank you. Here's the tail end of that.
From Jennifer McCreath. Let me give the numbers again: 722-7111, 1-800-563-8255. Let's go to Shannon Tobin in Labrador.
All right. Well, we missed. Let's turn off the radio there. Well, that was me on CBC Radio Crosstalk with John Furlong. Talking about, what was it like? Well, you heard it. Yeah, obviously I failed to engage the people that I was reaching out to. I wanted people to vote who had never voted before, and unfortunately, most of those people did not vote. They stayed home. And what can you do? Anyway, that's... we'll try to get the podcast uploaded later so you can hear what John had to say. Jennifer McCreath, outgoing, failed deputy mayor candidate for the city of St. John's. John didn't ask me. One thing he was going to ask me is, would you do this again? And he didn't ask, so I don't have to answer. Thanks for watching.